Our next topic, Ferguson. We're all very familiar. Our nation was, rocked to the core by the murder of Mike Brown out in Ferguson, Missouri. We damn near saw martial law in the days ensuing with riots and looting and everything that went on out there. I'm sure everybody has, a whole bunch of different, views on this particular incident, being that nobody saw anything really, and we have only eyewitness accounts that are differing from both black and white perspectives. Right. In America, we're seeing these polarizing differences, happening as a result of this.
So I think the thing that a lot of people...
We're actually seeing more situations of more Mike Browns happening.
Yeah, no, I think the thing that a lot of people seem to ignore is that underlining everything is the issue of poverty. But people seem to forget that poverty is directly tied to race. That brings people
about a black man getting shot down.
Exactly. People didn't choose
about a white male getting shot down.
Young black kids are going to college now at a higher rate than they were 50 years ago, and that's a fact. So it's not like people in Ferguson aren't like there's nobody that's a model citizen, because there are people that are model citizens, It's just there's not as many because the years and years of worth of oppression have kept people at that level. So there's broke people in Ferguson who are going to loot. That's just a fact.
And the oppression comes in the form of...
So of course they're going to loot.
Right, and the oppression does come in the form of course, lack of
if you had a situation...
economic opportunities, right, and it all, as a system.
If you had a situation like that in New York where all of a sudden the lights went out and all the stores had no security, the people you would see that will be looting the most would be minorities.
I'd hate to take the opposing side on that.
Yeah.
Because,
but you're going to?
No, absolutely. Given the situation, it's a very tragic situation, and I'm totally against, the police and, the murder of Mike Brown, but I'd have to say there is some responsibility that has to be taken by the citizens who have been looting. It's kind of an opportunistic situation going on.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
But
somebody runs down your house with a big ass tank and militarizes the whole shit, starts shooting rubber bullets.
And there's plasma TVs everywhere.
That's not necessarily happening to everybody. I'd say
you're right.
There's a situation where there's a bunch of people who are taking advantage more so than others, and
I wouldn't say more so at all.
Yeah, but my thing is if you came up on me and robbed me, and Miles was Brother K was my best friend, he would do things to you to represent his hatred for you because of what you did to me. People in Ferguson are looting and taking advantage because they don't respect the system anymore. They're at a situation of unrest. Not only that, but that's what has to do with the whole poverty thing. But they're in a situation of civil unrest. They don't trust the government. They don't trust the authority figures. They don't trust anybody anymore because the people that were there to protect them are not doing their job
at all.
And
you'd find a way to stick it to your oppressor, as opposed to other people who are also subjected to this oppression or this unrest.
But not robbing
small business owners who own the weed.
Not everybody's an activist. Not everybody has the capacity to be that, though.
Right, and
some
people
don't
know exactly what stores they...
Yeah, some people
has the capacity to do that.
They're black
but we shouldn't make excuses for them.
No, that's
not the thing. It doesn't matter if they're black store owners, white store owners, or black looters or white looters. You shouldn't make excuses for any of that.
Yeah, but Darren Wilson is that racist asshole's name.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's the name of the cop who is accused of the murder. The bottom line is that the mainstream media can't be trusted. Their use of propaganda, their use of, demonizing a certain target group, is ridiculous. So.